valuing the things that make us the same. And that's what MACFEST is all about. Now today we've done something a bit different. And what's even another special thing about today is we're the first of the events in the Youth Festival. So we are the very first event, and what will happen is you can see the banners going up just there, and Miss is taking some film of it, because some of this stuff will be shared online so other people can enjoy learning about what our wonderful students here have put together. And we've got a different sort of focus this year. You all know that this week is Children's Mental Health Week. And you've been learning about different things in form time, about how to look after your mental health and the sorts of things that you can do. And so we've combined that with MACFEST to consider the sorts of things from a cultural perspective that people might do, that Muslims might do, in order to make sure that their mental health is in a really, really good shape. And Miss Haven and Miss Cook have worked really, really hard to put together a collection of activities today which support an understanding of how we look after our mental health. So when I said that you're really lucky to be here, I really meant it.
Especially about it. Growing up in a not very religious family, it was seldom that I thought of religion, and by the age of 10 I'd grown accustomed to following my own version of Islam, clashing religion with culture. The moments that I did, however, think of Islam, I was constantly questioning the already weak convictions that I'd carelessly neglected, barely being able to hold on to them. And yet today I stand here as a proud Muslim hijabi girl, overcome with just the thought of who I've become. So then the question arises, what changed? Well, a lot actually. But today I'd like to focus on a recent period of my life in which Islam helped me through, paving the path for me to see past the dark and into the light. It's no doubt that all factors considered, Islam by far was the most significant in changing the way I had previously perceived everything as black and white, and the reason why my mental health managed to stay stable during one of my hardest times.
To have been here today, but because it's Children's Mental Health Week, he is super busy. So what we have to do is we have to deal with the video instead, which is just as good. So make sure you are watching and listening attentively, please, everybody.
Hello everybody, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zainab Bell and I am a mental health lead practitioner at Healthy Schools Manchester. I've been asked today to speak and share some words regarding our 5 ways to well-being and how we can improve mental health and well-being for all. So I want to start by talking about what mental health is. So mental health is a topic that we all have some experience in, and whether that's managing our own mental health or supporting somebody else's mental health, we all have some understanding of it. And what's really important to remember is that we all come from a unique and individual place. So that means our perspective on what mental health is shaped by that intersectional lens. So for example, I myself, I'm male, I'm 30 years old, I come from a Muslim background, I was born and raised in Nottingham. All these things will come and have an impact on how I view and perceive mental health in comparison to somebody else who's come from a different walk of life. Our mental health is in a healthy place. So things like normal mood fluctuations, ability to take things in one stride, a real good sense of humour.
This is going to be around the 5 ways to well-being. Okay, so 5 different ways that you can keep yourself physically, mentally and socially well. Okay, so in today's session you're going to be doing activities based on all 5 of these to give you a nice idea of some things that you could do yourselves to keep yourselves mentally.
Taste something new. Well, you'll taste something, whether it be new or not for you, we'll see about that. But in any case, we're going to learn something new and we're going to connect it back both to our mental health and also to this topic that we're looking at. And that's really, really important, obviously, isn't it? Now, how do we get that? Well, if our bodies have got to be in good shape to produce that hormone. Lots of it is produced in the guts. So when we're eating the right food, when we're eating lots of fruit and vegetables, lots of fibres, lots of things like that, not too much sugar, that's bad. When we're eating the right things, then all the bacteria in our guts, where we are having this kind of stuff all of the time in the food that we eat. And if you think about, we're talking about Muslim arts and cultures here. If you think about the Muslim world, from Morocco, all the way through the Middle East, all the way to Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, perhaps even further to Indonesia, all of these countries and their traditional foods, they've got lots and lots of spices. And this is so good for us, it's so healthy. We should be all capitalising on that. Even when it's not our culture directly, we can borrow from it. We can borrow from the best cultures around the world, can't we? And take this stuff on board and use it for our own well-being. So we're starting off with a little bit of a game to find out if you know something about spices or not. You're going to get a plate. And on your plate, in your table group, will
They're good though, the spices.
your spice plate onto the middle of your tray, and any cups used or unused, what have you, all of these, put your little recipe on.
So we're actually going to give you an opportunity to talk to each other. Okay? And what I want you to do is find out one interesting fact about the people sat on your left and the people sat on your right. Okay? And we might actually share some of these facts in a minute. So, a kindness card to somebody, anyone in here. Okay? And then when you are told, after a few minutes, you are going to go and give that kindness card to that person. And I want you to really, really think about what you are writing to that.
Arriba, a la derecha, a la izquierda, y 5 círculos.
Your friend that maybe you were trying to help before, okay? Or it could be something bigger, okay? You obviously know what you are grateful for. Some of you have already started this activity, which is nice. So on your table there are some little yellow cards.
وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى. And surely the hereafter will be better for you than the present life. ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى. And soon your Lord shall grant you and you will be well pleased. ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى. Did he not find you an orphan and shelter you? ووجدك ضالا فهدى. And he found you wandering and guided you. ووجدك عائلا فأغنى. And he found you in need and made you free of you. فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. Therefore treat not the orphans with harshness. فأما السائل فلا تنهر. And for the ones who ask, repulse not. And as for the bounties of your Lord, do declare it. وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث.
Thinking about our MACFEST involvement is the group of students that we're going to work with. And we've taken a risk this year because we don't normally have our 11 and 12-year-olds involved in something that we see as being an incredibly prestigious event for our school. And that's not because our 11 and 12-year-olds aren't able to do it. It's because some of the young people that have been with us since we were in Year 7 and are now in Year 10 are far more used to our school. And you guys, even though you're halfway through Year 7, there's lots of things that you're still learning about our school. And one of the really important things about our school is the value of solidarity and working together. And that's a really important value of MACFEST as well. And the whole message behind MACFEST about the idea of supporting each other and teamwork. And we've seen that in here today. We've seen some lovely activities where you have handed kindness messages to each other, where you clearly appreciate the value of eyes on Mickey's, the value of physical and mental and social well-being and the activities associated with that. So the first group of people that I would like to thank are the young people in the room. Thank you. A special thank you for our Year 10 students, who I do believe are excellent. I'm getting it right, aren't I, about Year 10? Yeah. I do believe are absolutely excellent role models for all of the other young people in this room. If you aspire to be able to stand up here and present in the same way that those young people have, then I am sure that you will go far and be very successful at Levenshulme. So always keep looking at the older girls and watching what they do. A really important message. Second group of people that I would like to thank today are our visitors, our MACFEST team that have come to spend this event, to participate in this event with us. We are the first school in this whole programme of activities that actually goes right through to July and is taking place all over the world. So really big, and I would like everybody in this room to look online at the MACFEST programme and encourage your families to get involved in the activities as well, because there's some absolutely fascinating and interesting things to look at. So thank you so much.